The 5 golden Buddhist practices help restore my eyesight after an accident. Deepest gratitude to the greatly merciful and greatly compassionate Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Deepest gratitude to all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Dharma protectors. Deepest gratitude to Master Junhong Lu. Good afternoon to all Buddhist friends. It was the first day of Chinese New Year, and the clock had just struck 9 in the evening. Riding a motorbike, I was making my way home after a long day at work. It was drizzling then. The raindrops completely peppered my eyeglasses, obscuring my vision. Unknowingly, I ran into a curb and lost balance. As I was falling, I hit a steel signpost pole, which shattered my eyeglasses. The shot pierced right into my left eye, and blood came out in spurts. As it was the first day of Chinese New Year, it did not come as a surprise that the street was deserted. There was hardly a soul around for me to shout for help. With one hand pressing against my left eye to stop it from bleeding, I called the police, followed by a call to my elder sister. I was scared stiff, as the bleeding seemed unstoppable. Soon after, an ambulance came to my rescue, and straight away I was sent to the most reputable eye hospital locally. On the way to the hospital, the cloth used to stop the bleeding was soaked in blood. Upon examination by the specialist, the diagnosis was bleak. The shot and the impact of my fall had caused some fractures to my eye socket, besides puncturing my tear glands and lacerating my cornea. To top it all off, my left eyeball was ruptured, and I faced a high risk of losing it altogether. To avert this untoward possibility, the specialist recommended an immediate surgery. Lying in the operating theater, I was forewarned that the anesthetic might not be able to completely desensitize the pain. Notwithstanding, I was hardly afraid. As a matter of fact, deep down, a sense of calm and serenity settled over me. Surprisingly, throughout the operation, I was able to continuously recite the Great Compassion Mantra and the sacred name of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Seated outside the operating room, my sister also helped to recite the Great Compassion Mantra on my behalf. As it turned out, the operation proceeded smoothly, during which I could hardly feel a tinge of pain. Deepest gratitude to Guan Yin Bodhisattva for showering blessings on me. Out of curiosity, my elder sister, who is also practicing Guan Yin Chitta, asked me whether I had any premonition dreams prior to the traffic accident. Her question hit me, and what could I say? It was a light bulb moment when the replay of the dream I had started to flood my mind. This dream came to me just about 2 or 3 days prior to the accident, and it was around 4 to 5 a.m. The dream seemed to signal an impending karmic past, and it had something to do with water. Upon waking up, I did not give much thought to it. In the ensuing few days, I liberated some captive lives and offered some little houses, but I was not precise in making my prayer request. Obviously, I did not specifically implore Bodhisattva to protect me from the imminent karmic past. It totally slipped my mind that this year is the year of Gengzi, as per Chinese astrology. Prior to the arrival of this year, Master Lu has said, this year will be particularly prone to calamities. In the first lunar month, it's recommended to recite 108 times of the mantra to disperse calamities. I had always recited only 27 times of the mantra, and I'm 43 this year, coinciding with the 369 predestined calamities. Clearly, I did not take Master Lu's advice seriously. I hereby repent for brushing aside the premonition dream and not heeding Master Lu's advice, asking us to be diligent in our recitation to eliminate our karmic obstacles. On the second day of my operation, I offered the heart incense and made the following vow to Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Within a year, I will recite 200 little houses, liberate 10,000 fishes, and study 100 chapters of Buddhism in plain terms. I also mentioned that I would share my testimony upon bouncing back to health. I prayed to Guan Yin Bodhisattva to bless and protect me so that I'm able to keep my left eye. In addition, I transferred the merits accrued from the dissemination of my voice recording of my earlier testimony to 100 groups. Looking back, I feel blessed for having so many selfless Buddhist friends who had performed assisted chanting of the Great Compassion Mantra on my behalf. On the second day of these Buddhist friends' assisted chanting, I regained the marginal eyesight on my left eye. Prior to this, I could hardly see anything, and it felt like I was staring into emptiness whenever I opened my eyes. On the following day, I was able to see things located further away from me. The swelling of the eye had also subsided substantially, making it possible for me to fully open my eye, albeit at a very gradual pace. With each passing day, my left eye made good progress. On the 7th day of the first lunar month, the specialist in charge of my case returned to work. After examining my left eye, he gladly announced, "Congratulations, your left eye has not contracted any infection. You're safe now and can be discharged the day after tomorrow." Upon hearing this, I was touched beyond words. Deep down, I knew that I owed this medical miracle to the blessings of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. With this, I've come to the end of my sharing. If my sharing today is improper in any way, I seek forgiveness from Kuan Yin Bodhisattva and Dharma protectors.